Hello and welcome. It's me, Percita, and this is Percita's Paradox, coming directly from Costa Rica. I'm on family vacay, and I wanted to send some love out your way and to send you some of all the beautiful sounds from Costa Rica, specifically the cicadas that you hear in the background. They've been waking me up every morning, and I've absolutely enjoyed my time here in Costa Rica. I'm thankful that I have a definite few more days of love and relaxation, and I'm looking forward to that. I hope this video finds you in a pleasant space as well. If you are new to this channel, thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate you, your time, and your effort to come on and give me a sense of accountability to be able to speak to you today. And I also want to, of course, thank my OGs. I can't even talk because, literally, new atmosphere, for always being there for me. So let's get started. Today I wanted to talk about, something that has been a little heavy on my spirit, and what that has been for me over the last couple of days is just what people's continued perspectives of you can do to your psyche and to your identity and to your ability to try to grow. What I mean by that is that it's so interesting how people continue to sustain a rumor about you, even though they know it to not be true, but instead of them actually moving through that, they still utilize this rumor about you to justify actions of their own. And that can be a little touch and go. And what I mean by that is that it can actually put people in a perspective sometimes of really wondering what it will take to get past that point. And I know I've been in a space of listening to people who have come up to me. They're more or less close-minded people in the sense of they know me in what they know me for, but they have maybe a mutual friend that we would know, because that's kind of where this conversation would come from. But they continue to start and create a narrative about you that could be very true from your past, but it's not something that you're really walking in now. And what I mean by what they're saying, it's like they're still in their grime or their dirt or whatever it is, and they're still telling others things about you that, one, aren't true, but not only are they not true, they don't want to change things about themselves, so they're using you as an excuse. What's funny about that is that it still permeates in the person's behavior, in the sense of them feeling still as if they're better than you, better than the situation, better than the opportunity. And you have to find yourself sometimes wondering, like, why are you even still associating with those type of people? And I think that's really what it is for me, because I really understand that I give more empathy than I think I'll ever receive. In saying that, I'm definitely not coming across as if I don't understand history, or I don't understand the things that I could have done to individuals in the past have absolutely been hovering over my head based on someone's idea or perception, or their release or non-release of the change that has transpired. But in the exact same breath, I can honestly say that at some point, a person like myself would have to say that if the person or persons couldn't get over the situation, it really is no longer my responsibility. And I think I say all of that to tell you that that's pretty much where I am in my life. I don't ever feel as if I have been perfect or not had the stereotypical idea of what I thought I should be for people, or even for myself, or couldn't have lied about things, or couldn't have exaggerated things, or whatever else you want to call it. But at this stage of my life, a solid 27 good years in, I can definitely say that I'm just not willing to accept being in a space where I know I'm being rumored. I will say this: what's been very fascinating for me is to really understand that I don't have to respond to it, that I can allow all of that to permeate it within itself and watch it implode within itself. Because what I'm then comprehending is that even though the rumor is still being spewed from people who are some close to me and some not so close to me, I can be identifiable within myself to know who I really am, and then pretty much walk away. The beauty of the walk away that I'm enjoying more than life itself It's that it's just a smooth, seamless energy. It's not a cuss the person out, why are you still talking about me, but it's just this beauty of walking in such an authentic place that not only do my actions speak louder than any of the rumors or words or history of my life could be, but it's a peaceful, happy place. It's a harmonious space of success and display of admiration for not only my spiritual self, but for my physical self. It's a financial breakthrough, so to speak, that I don't really have to say anything anymore. I laugh and say the people that I'm referring to, and I'm giving them a little bit more attention than I normally would, because it's just something that I wanted to say, and say it out loud, and say it with conviction, and say it without fear, because that's what this trip has been for me. But it's really a space of just really enjoying the identity of individuals who have always wanted me to be this negative, non-successful person, to have to sit and watch me glow, and glow so bright and so brilliantly, that's a better payout than any cuss out or any getting upset could ever be. And I think that is really what I'm saying to you all today. Don't really fight it. Like, actually, don't even find yourself being in a space of doing anything more than allowing all of the rumor and the backlash and the attacks to happen, because the beauty is that within that, you start to understand that as much as you're being attacked, you are always under this auspices of thinking of doing what it is you need to do and being protected. Always know that when attacks come and when people find themselves needing to say negative things about you, it's just a reflection of themselves. We all have a history. We all have a past. There's no one that's watching this video who has not done something that you wouldn't be all that excited about if the world would say it. And I always remind people that before you really want to go off and try to recite things that I did in my 20s and my 30s, do know that if I knew you then, that I would also have some information about you. But unlike you, I don't really need to spew any dirt about you, or, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe what he or she used to be type information, because I understand that there's a growth that happens in everyone's life, and at the same time, I wouldn't want somebody to have to feel like they need to do it to me. But in saying that, I'm still very clear in knowing that I'm okay with you saying anything about me, because truthfully, there's nothing about me that I'm embarrassed about. I'm just always fascinated that people need to say something negative about a person in order to explain why they are still stagnant and in the exact same position, while the person that they're talking about is soaring, feeling great, living their life authentic, and all those other good things. So I just wanted to come on today to say, if you're feeling that, if you're feeling, like, when will it get to a point where people stop trying to hold me in my past to make themselves feel better? Understand that they won't. Understand that that type of person will not do it. That is what they do. That is their zhuzh, that is their vibe. I mean, that is just what it is. They are never, ever, ever going to do it, because they refuse to change. And in order for them to justify why they are not changing, they try to find something negative about anything and anyone so that they can put that person down. And they typically aim for people who are doing the bipolar opposite of what they're doing. So that's my zhuzh. That's what I wanted to tell you. I mean, because I can honestly say there's so much about my life right now that is unexplainable, not only to myself, but to other people. I have no idea sometimes where the opportunities come from, the success comes from, the whatever, the accolade, the education, the travel, the finances, the luxury goods, the leisure lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. It is nothing but God's blessing. I give him all the praise, all the glory. And there's nothing about me that will ever be embarrassed about anything that I ever have done. And I hope that for everyone who's watching this video, as I'm sitting in my suite in Costa Rica, smiling with my family and enjoying life, to know that this too is your life. This too is something that you can do, and don't let anyone ever tell you different at all. So in saying all of that, I just want to make sure that we are moving in a mindset and a vibe of, once we get past our emotions, to know that those emotions are fleeting, to know that they will change, to know that you still have to make sure that when you look in the mirror at yourself, that you're feeling great about you, not what anyone else is doing or saying. No need to be involved in trying to prove or to change their story or perspective about you, because remember, no matter what, they're not referring to you. They're actually referring to themselves. They're not speaking of you in negative. They're speaking of themselves, because they know nothing about you. They don't know the struggle. They don't know the work you've put in. They don't know the sacrifices. So it makes no sense to find yourself continuously trying to explain things to people. Just move, and move in a way that you're unapologetic and you're in a space of understanding that life is yours and yours to take if you want it. So just don't allow it. I'm wanting to open up and give you that side of me today, because I really think it's important. I find more people are struggling than they want to admit. More people are trying to figure out ways to get out of this self-caused chaos in life. And some of it's simply because we're still holding on to the perspectives of what other people are saying about us. And we're trying to make people change that narrative and that story and that rumor that they want to create about us. And I'm telling you today, start there. Start there with your first thing of not caring about what that is, and do what it is that you know you need to do without ever changing the minds of people about you. Because where you're going, the people that are going to interact with you, the things that you're going to do, the places that you're going to go, all those people are not in any concern about what you used to be. Matter of fact, they're not even gonna know that part about you to even give a frickety frat. But what will matter is who you are when you show up at that opportunity, that you seize it and you make it work. So I'm a living testimony that there's plenty of people who said so much negative about me growing up, so much about what I couldn't be and what I wasn't gonna be and what I was always gonna be and all of those other great things. And all of those people secretly watch this video. And they secretly are impressed and envied and jealous and all of those things. And at the exact same time, I could care less. The people that I'm trying to reach are the people who are looking for me to be able to explain to them what they're feeling today. So I can utilize all of that information by giving it to you raw and uncut, because one, I've gone through it, and at the same time, I am going past it and exceeding and breaking through barriers that I didn't think I could, because again, there wasn't anyone who was spewing anything but hatred and negative about me. And like I said, I'm not that person, and they clearly still are. So just wanted to share that with you today. Wanted to just give you something to say, like, hey, if I can do it, if I can conquer it, then I know that you can do it, because I know what it takes, and I know that we are all on this channel trying to get stronger and trying to be in a space of living our life authentically and doing it unapologetically, but at the exact same time doing things that are going to uplift each other and showcase each other's greatness and be okay and acceptable, and understanding that there's plenty of room in the world for everyone to be great, and we don't have to fight each other for a position. So hope all of that helps. That's my ramble for today. It is beautiful. I cannot wait to get out into the streets of, I think you pronounce it as Yako. I'll let you know later on in the next video. And, you know, this will just be where we are for the next couple of days. So I hope all is well with you. And if you are here in the Caribbean, you know, watching this video, then understand that I am feeling real good, that I'm closer to you. And for everybody that's stateside, make your way to Costa Rica. It's a beautiful place. As always, need you to do 3 things. Live life authentic. What is that? Live life authentic. As always, I'll hopefully see you on Thursday if I'm not completely underneath a cabana somewhere. Have a great day. Bye-bye.